Hello everyone and welcome to another breakdown for a big fight on RJ Boxing S&C. Here with me and Rav. Today is for Anthony Joshua versus Whyte, the rematch on August the 12th. This is a massive fight in Britain. There's a lot of talking points around it, their styles, what they've got left. So yeah, we're just going to have a quick chat and debate about it today. Let's go. So we'll start obviously with Anthony Joshua. Obviously he's the main guy in this one. He's the main guy in most of the fights he's in. There's always debate about what style he's going to come with. There's massive talk about what he's got left at the minute. So let's start off with his tactics. If we get in our stances here, Joshua, lately we know where he's been. He's been a guy who's trying to be a slick boxer. He's trying to keep it at distance. We know the old Anthony Joshua, when he fought Whyte, he was straight in there just trying to knock that guy out. Lately, he's been more of this sort of boxer. He'll keep you at range. He's not really putting any venom in his shots. He's just flicking them out and trying to win on points. But what we all want to see here from Joshua, what we think his team and even he wants to see from himself, is the old spiteful Joshua back. The one that comes in, doesn't really mind taking a few shots. He's launching the bombs. He's throwing the big right hands. He's throwing the uppercuts. He's trying to get that knockout. And we know he's not Whyte out by doing that before. But obviously he's in there with a much better Whyte this time. That last fight was at domestic level, at British level. This fight really now, they're both world level fighters. So Whyte's going to be a harder guy to hit. So what I think he should do, he should come in and do what he did against Jermaine Franklin for the first 2-3 rounds. Find those openings, flick out those long shots, get his range, find everything against Whyte. But then once he starts hitting the target, which he will with Whyte, we know he's got a leaky defence. Joshua will no doubt start to land. Then you start coming in and throwing the bombs, putting more venom on them shots and really try to land that knockout blow. And if you could do that nice and early, he could get the knockout within 5-6 rounds.
Do you think Joshua's still got in it?
What, to be that killer knockout artist?
Yeah, or do you think his boxing is working for him, or do you think he can stick to something as well?
I think the boxing works for him at times, but obviously for this fight, the reason they've taken it because they want to see him get that killer instinct back. He's not naturally a slick boxer like Tyson Fury or like Usyk. What worked for him in the past was he was just a knockout artist. I think the knockout losses he's had has mentally fucked him up a bit. I think he is a bit shook of getting in there and just slugging it out now. But against Whyte's a bit probably on the slide himself. If you're going to be a knockout artist and go back to that spiteful Anthony Joshua, this is the best fight to do that.
What do you think his best punches?
Well, his best chance to knock Whyte out. Well, obviously, Whyte's been knocked out with the uppercut 3 times. If I show you, I think it was the right uppercut against Anthony Joshua. If I'm right, it was the left uppercut against Alexander Povetkin, and it was like a pushing uppercut against Tyson Fury. So obviously, you'd say best shot to throw against Whyte is the uppercut, but he may be expecting that. So obviously, the big right hand, Anthony Joshua's always loved that as well. You could even feint with the uppercut. Whyte's going to flinch on that a bit and then come with a massive right hand. What probably Anthony Joshua's best shot. He used to knock so many people out with that. So that's got to be the shot.
Keep the punches nice and long against Whyte?
He should keep them long. Obviously, as I said, for the first few rounds, we went through that earlier, but you've got to start walking him down and trying to get on the inside and just start trying to rough him up as well, because he has to learn things and prove things to himself in this fight to take forward against the guys like Deontay Wilder when he went to get to that top level.
What's Whyte's favourite shot?
Whyte's favourite shot is obviously the left hook. He's knocked out loads of people with that. Obviously, so if you're coming towards me as Anthony Joshua, and we just said throw that big right hand like we told him to, left hook there from Whyte. He's knocked people out with that. He wobbled Anthony Joshua with that in their first fight. One thing about Whyte, if you're going to say anything about him, a lot of people slag him off. He has a brilliant left hook to the body, to the head. Throw that against Joshua. Obviously, should target the body early as well, because we've seen Joshua fade in the later rounds, even when he was mentally stronger. Now, if he's mentally weaker, he's got Whyte smashing up that body from early, trying to break him down and slow him down. Then yeah, that's the shot I'd look for if I'm Whyte. Left hook to the body, left hook to the head.
We're going on to Whyte's tactics now. What style do you think is the best tactic for Whyte?
Well, to come up against Anthony Joshua, obviously I just explained that his best shot is the left hook. He's got to be looking at to counter Joshua all night. But I think the most important thing for Dillian Whyte here is the style that he comes with, the tactic that he comes with, and I think he's got to jump on Anthony Joshua from early. If you're Anthony Joshua with the long shots, I do believe even though Joshua's going to try and get his spike back, I think he'll be tentative in the first few rounds, trying to get that back into him, physically trying to draw it out of him. This is when Whyte should jump on him and literally just the usual Dillian Whyte stuff. Come in, slug it out, get close, get on the chest. You're going to have to take a few shots to land your own. Really target that body early, as I said, and yeah, throw the left hook lows, keep coming with loads of different shots. And just the good thing about Dillian Whyte that's underrated is that he just throws, people call him wild, but he throws so many different types of shots, so it's going to be hard for Joshua to defend against him. Joshua's a technique sort of textbook boxer. Dillian Whyte's going to catch him because he's throwing wild shots that you don't find in a textbook. And I'd say, yeah, he's just got to get on Joshua early, really try and break his spirit. And if Joshua wants to prove to himself and the world that he's still got it in him, Dillian Whyte will be, fuck it then, let's go. Let's try and find that out about you. And I think he's just got to stay on Joshua from the beginning. And when it pick up his work rate, when he sees Joshua getting tired, which he will do in the middle rounds, pick up your work rate then before Joshua gets his second win and gets his confidence back. Because I think if Joshua is any mental weakness within him at all, when he gets to their mid stages and Dillian Whyte's still going, because you know when Dillian Whyte's tired, he's still going to keep throwing bombs. He don't give a fuck. He's going to get in there and he's going to rough him out. Even if Dillian Whyte's got nothing left, he's still going to be swinging his shots. So I think, yeah, it's all about Dillian Whyte just getting in there early and turning it into a slugfest and making it a dark place to be for Anthony Joshua, really.
I want to see Joshua stop him because I want to see him redeem himself. I want to see him knock him out. I want to see the old Joshua. I used to love Joshua. I think he's a good boxer. But I think him trying to box don't work for him. He should stick to trying to knock people out.
Yeah, so now let's give our predictions. Right, I'm going with Anthony Joshua. I'm going to be a knockout, a huge knockout in round 10. I think they're both going to have their moments. I think Joshua's going to start well at distance. Whyte's going to try and turn it into a bit of a scrap. It will work for a few rounds. But Joshua, with the advice of Derek James and hopefully staying calm when it gets tough, he'll start to really unleash, land those bombs. Look a little bit like the old spiteful AJ, knock Dillian Whyte down a couple times and then score a late knockout. If I had to say a specific round, I'll say round 10, and I'm going to say with a huge right hand straight down the middle. Rav?
Right, I'm going to go with Joshua. I think it's going to be Joshua, but I think they're both going to box. They've both got 3 fights each, and they both don't want to lose, so it's going to be really tight. So I think they're both going to be very technical, but I think Joshua's going to win on points because of his style of boxing.
Alright, let's go. It's going to be an exciting one, August the 12th. Make sure you watch it.